Let's talk about your dark side. We all have one or two or 500. You do, I do. And it is a word, our shadows, that is really showing up in the limelight these days. And that's for a really good reason. And so I'm super excited to bring you this video about what is shadow and why working with shadow is key to healing. My name is Inge Brewer. I'm an energy healer. I have been for 7.5 years, and helping people claim and see their shadows is something that I absolutely love doing. So you are watching the Back to Basics of Energy Healing series, where in every video we break down one concept in energy healing so that you can advance with it being crystal clear, you know what you're talking about, and your mind can get on board with helping you fully become all that you are. So, shadow. What is shadow? All of us have some kind of understanding and interpretation of who we are. And then there's parts of us that are not included in that. Parts of us we'd rather not see, parts of us we don't want to admit that we have, parts of us that feel sort of dangerous to express. These are our shadows. Essentially, if you think of it as like there's a zone in you that you're okay with shining light on, you can see it. And then there's the zone that's in the shadows, in the dark. And it's those shadows that sometimes appear, they come through our behavior. And then we have these moments of, I don't understand why I just did that. I can't believe how triggered I got with that very small thing. Or I am so in love with this person and I can't understand why. I think they're the greatest, the most beautiful, the most anything, and I'll put them on a pedestal. That is actually also an indication that there's a shadow at play. Shadow isn't wrong. Shadow just means there's something at the periphery of your awareness that you haven't included into who you are. So if your journey is to become all that you are, reclaiming your shadows is non-negotiable. It's going to be part of the game. So how does one do how does one do this? With a lot of curiosity and care, and also a really level head. Our shadows, by the very nature of them, because they're not part of who we think ourselves to be, they can really scare us. We can resist them. We can work really hard to keep them in the shadows. And so it's not comfortable work. And I'm going to give you an example. This summer, I did a lot of shadow healing, a lot of energy clearing, a lot of reviewing who I am, what I'm here to do. And one of the themes I've been working on is my leadership. And leadership has been a big theme for me in my life. And I have not been upright and clear with my own leadership. I prefer to stand in the background. I prefer to be an assistant captain versus the captain. So the one who maybe advises. And that fits my personality very well, fits who I am. But I noticed that because leadership was in my shadows and it wasn't integrated to all that I was, the shadow aspect of it was running in ways that was not helpful. And I could see that there's little ways that when I was in leadership roles or co-leadership roles, I would start acting a little bit like Jafar in Aladdin. And so a little bit of an like evil vizier kind of energy was showing up. And that was not because I'm an evil vizier, but really because the energy of my leadership was hiding in the shadows. And because it was hiding in the shadows, it was kind of distorted and not acting in as straightforward way as it could be. So when I saw that, my Jafar-like qualities, I felt the hotness of shame. Oh my God, not a nice thing to see. And also, because I really do love shadow work, some sort of savage pleasure that I can finally see this code, this energy, this program that was wreaking havoc in my life and my leadership. And so taking it and putting a light on it and bringing love to it allowed me to notice what these qualities really are. And when I bring them to the light side, how can they serve me? And a Jafar, in my understanding, actually has a really quite strategic thinking. It's very intelligent, very very capable. And just when it's in the shadows, that's where it really gets into trouble. But on the light side, these are beautiful qualities, truly, and I'm glad to integrate them into my leadership. So, when you work with your shadows, you really want to replace judgment with curiosity and really see everything as energy. And energy can be operating in a distorted, shadowy way where it will probably wreak havoc on your life in ways that you do not understand and you do not like. Or the energy can straighten out and become part of who you are. So thank you so much for being here. I love expressing these concepts, as I'm sure you can tell. If you liked this video, you are sure to like other videos in this series of the Back to Basics. I would suggest checking out the healing one, triggers, big one, resonance. They all group in this world of shadow medicine. And if you want to go deeper with me, I highly recommend 2 self-healing journeys. So Love Manifestation Month and Money Manifestation Month. Because nowhere do shadows hide more in the places and the things we want most. And money and love and health, there's one coming on that one too, are probably the areas where we have the most shadows, and we can benefit the most from taking those shadows out of the shadowy places, seeing them and integrating them to all that we are. And that can help us actually create more money, create more abundance, create more wealth for ourselves, as well as more love. So these are self-healing journeys. You can start as soon as you're ready. And if you want a real next level support, I do also recommend my Soft and True program, link below. So that's it for today's video. I will see you in the next one.